Hey guys, it's Sim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. As we're here on yet another Wednesday with the PW Unlimited podcast. It is November 14th, 2018. I'm excited for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a very big weekend. Nick, what's going on?
What's going on, folks? Welcome to the show. It's going to be... God, this weekend's going to be hellacious for me. I've just got work, and then the pay-per-view, and then work again, and then the recap, and then work, and then Survivor Series, and the recap, and then work, and then it's Black Friday the next week. Good Lord.
Ooh, I forgot. Yeah, Black Friday the next week.
Taking a look at the chat real quick, we've got Fully Clutch. He's here. Jeff Guevara, Chris McNutt, George John is here. Luca, who's changed his name, but I refuse to read off what the new name is because it sounds stupid. Bird Gotti, Jonathan Powell, Suprit, and many, many more. Welcome, folks. We've got Nicholas, hard with that fucking $2 nard. Thanks, man.
Nards.
We've got a lot to cover when it comes to NXT today. And we're also going to start it off by talking a little bit about this Ronda and Becky thing and kind of echoing what I had said last night. And I mean this when I say this. I feel like Ronda and Becky could be the two women that main event a WrestleMania, and it would make the most sense. I get Charlotte would too, but I feel like if you want the better match and the more memorable, like, this is the quintessential like main event women's match for Mania. It's Ronda and Becky.
Oh yeah.
I love it to death. I like MTG in chat just said nards indeed. Thank you, Nicholas. Good Lord. Let's talk a little bit about this. Everything that kind of went down between Nia, Becky, and now Ronda.
Right.
Ronda just writing novels on Instagram at this point.
First off, we got to talk about Monday.
Yeah.
Nia, so coming out of Raw Monday, everybody just assumed that Becky came up behind Nia and Nia elbowed her. We knew that Nia was fighting with Naomi in the corner and then Becky came over to her. But the cameras that we saw on Monday didn't really show exactly what happened. Then there was a fan video that came out that literally shows Nia turn around and just cold cock Becky right in the face.
Yes,
and when you slow it down, and when you slow it, because at first, like, you watch it fast, and you're like, oh yeah, that could be a worked punch. But when you slow it down, you literally see Becky's whole head just wrench and shift to the right.
Yeah, no, it was and there's the train outside of all the 3 Nia fans that think she did. If you genuinely think Nia did nothing wrong, you're entitled to your opinion. It's wrong and it's stupid, but you're still entitled to it, in my opinion. How do you defend someone that's injured? Who, like Ember Moon, the Bailey like twice, Sasha, Asuka, Becky, countless other women throughout NXT,
Zelina
and her
Vega 2 weeks.
Zelina Vega 2 weeks. So it's just, good Lord. So someone's got to talk some sense into her.
Yeah, because the Zelina thing could have easily be prevented if Nia would have just waited an extra 30 seconds for Tamina to be standing up instead of still getting to her feet.
It's so frustrating, man.
So, we go to SmackDown last night, and Becky's there with the black eye. They say that she's got a quote-unquote broken face.
I don't know why they
it's just a broken nose. And a concussion. Because they wanted to say a broken face to make it sound more gruesome or more hardcore. I don't know. And so we learned that Becky picks Charlotte to fill in for her. We don't know who's going to take Charlotte's spot on the women's team yet, which is still a mystery. Which, with them not announcing anything on SmackDown, I think it could be something that no one's going to expect, you know?
Which I don't mind, because I feel like that's something that you want to form naturally.
So then this morning, let me see if I can pull the picture up.
Yeah, go ahead and try to pull the photo up real quick.
I got it right here. Nia sends out this tweet. So let me see if I've got the right screen. Yeah, I got it right here. So Nia sends out this tweet. You guys should be able to see. Yeah. So Nia sends out this tweet with her hand. You see the hand, the little bruise there on the middle knuckle, second knuckle.
Yeah.
She got a little cut on her hand.
And a little scrape that my dog would give me when she I'm sorry, but I just kind of want to pinpoint here. Your hotbar tabs are Fightful, Twitter, ESPN, NASCAR. Okay. And then some other stuff. Why NASCAR? Why is that a hotbar for you? NASCAR.
Because
Anyway,
I run a NASCAR fantasy league, so I have to check it multiple times a week.
So one thing I want to mention is she puts the caption, "Hey ... we don't deliver mail. Things happen. Is anyone gonna ask how my fist feels?" Now, my older brother delivers mail. Have you ever gotten hurt delivering mail before? He said yes. He agreed with me. It's just I don't. Why would you try to add fuel to a fire that's already started against you, trying to make yourself look? I don't know if this is like they're trying to work us. I don't know.
I think they're going to try and turn it into a storyline with Nia and Becky, and we're not going to. And Survivor Series is not going to be the only time when Raw and SmackDown go head to head.
I don't know. It's just stupid to me that she would try to be super like, oh, everyone gets hurt. Like everyone accidentally gets legitimately punched in the face. Like, no, it doesn't. I mean, I don't know if you saw the video of Lana from that night, but she wasn't even throwing punches. She stopped halfway. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it. It bothers me to my core. I don't know. I think I may be looking into it too much.
With that, we've got Becky responding to Nia. Let me pull up that tweet.
A really solid response from Becky. I thoroughly thought her response, her Twitter game has just been.
Oh, here it is.
Scary good lately.
So, let me switch back over to that screen. So we've got Becky responding, which her name is now, the man is now resigning in Ronnie's head. Ronnie as in Ronda Rousey.
Which I like. I like it. So Becky quote tweets it. She goes, "You gave me your best sucker punch, but I got back up to destroy your entire roster," which she did. They won't let me fight. I'll just get back up from that too. It's what I do. So enjoy your one free shot, because as bad as my memory is now, I haven't forgotten about you, comma, bitch.
Right. And so it's just like, hey, you may have tried to take me out, but it didn't work. The only reason I'm not wrestling is because they won't let me. So Ronda.
Are you going to pull up what Ronda said?
I got it right here, yeah.
Okay.
So Ronda goes on Instagram, and she's got a picture of a Nate Diaz tweet that says, "If you can't make it to war, you lose the war. You ain't bout this life." And I'm not going to read all this because Ronda wrote quite a bit. But she was just like, "Becky Lynch, I'm really sorry to hear the millennial man will not be showing up for her legally arranged ass whooping on November 18th at the Staples Center."
Which I hate that line.
Which one?
She's not showing up to her legally arranged. It's like, no. Okay. What I don't understand is why are they trying to milk this as like that Becky chose to ran away? Because they didn't, because they were the ones that pulled her out.
Exactly.
Everyone in the world knows this. I don't understand.
I said this on Monday too. I don't like Ronda trying to say, "Oh, Becky's just some entitled millennial." Ronda's 2 days younger than Becky.
Yeah.
Ronda's the one. Ronda's whole thing was, all you do is you sit around and you eat your avocado and this and that. She's saying all these stereotypes of millennials, but she's really saying Los Angeles celebrity stereotypes, and she's a celebrity from Los Angeles.
Exactly.
Anyway, she goes on to write, "Fortunately, now everyone knows if someone hauls off and punches you for real, your face implodes. I suggest you keep practicing your tough guy faces in the mirror. Should be very effective physical therapy." And here's the funny thing. Ronda's also got her tough guy face. She said it on Ellen. Ellen goes, "Do you just really get mad and that's the face you make? Or were you taught to make that face?" And Ronda literally goes, "When I was a kid, my uncle told me if I wanted to look intimidating, you tilt your head down, you beat down your brow, and you look straight through your eyebrows, and you will intimidate your opponent."
Sounds like what they tell like a freshman in high school who's doing his drama class.
So she goes on to say, you know,
Lord.
eat your Korean soup, watch your soap operas on Netflix, you millennial man. I want you 100% healed up, prepared, and looking me in the eye when the bell rings. Let me know when you are done healing your boo-boos and ready for me to serve your ass on a silver platter with your avocado toast.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So then we've got Becky, and she's going. So she's on Twitter responding because, you know, she doesn't really. Well, I mean, it's not as easy to respond on Instagram. So she goes on Twitter, where she knows more people will see it anyways. And she says, Ronnie, when I got my face broke,
You're just going to ignore TLDR? Do you know what that means?
No.
Too long, didn't read.
Oh, gotcha.
You're welcome.
When I got my face broke, I got up, owned you, then showed up the next day looking to fight some more. When you got your face broke, you hid for a year under your blankie. Your mind is as weak as your jaw, and I'm going to move heaven and earth to come destroy both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I like what Becky's saying. I like how they're building this up a little bit more.
And
I'm fine with it. I think
so
it's nice.
now with us getting Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey at some Survivor Series, it now begs the question, when are we going to get Becky versus Ronda? And Dave Meltzer reported today that they're already talking internally about having Becky challenge Ronda at Survivor Series. Now here's, not Survivor Series, my bad, WrestleMania.
There you go.
Here's how you would have to get to that, though. I mean, you would have to have Becky. Here's how I think they would have to get to it. There's multiple ways, but here's the best way. You have Becky drop the championship, maybe to Charlotte at TLC. Charlotte finally gets that big win. That's what we were hearing was going to happen most likely anyways. Becky can then go in and win the Royal Rumble. Come out of the Royal Rumble and go, I know I'm SmackDown, but as the winner of the Rumble, I can choose any woman to face, either the Raw champion or the SmackDown champion, and I want Ronda Rousey. And that's how you get your WrestleMania match. Becky, Ronda, boom.
I think it's perfect. I really think that this is the women's match that should main event.
You think it should be like the main event?
Yeah. Close out WrestleMania.
I mean, the interest. Here's the only thing though. Can they keep Becky Lynch this hot for 5 months?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
Because that's the only thing that would hinder it. Is if for some reason something
if Becky
happens,
keeps doing what she's doing, then yes, she'll be fine.
right?
Because I don't think the WWE got Becky over. I think Becky got herself over.
She did. Because my only thing is, if she loses that title to Charlotte, and the fans are gonna be like, "Oh, well, they're not behind Becky anymore. We're just gonna cheer for somebody they're not gonna do anything with. She was just a flash in the pan. She was that day's dessert, you know."
I've never heard that saying before. That's so weird. You're
Anyways, so it's just
fucking
like
old.
You just gotta hope that they keep Becky hot, keep her fired up, keep the crowd fired up behind her, and go from there.
And again, I think they will, especially if this would culminate with a WrestleMania match. I think that would be great. And you know what that match should be? It should be a submission.
I thought you were gonna say submission match.
Yeah.
Or
I think that'd be perfect.
As Travis Ray says in the chat here, ultimate submission, where it's basically an Iron Man match but only submissions.
That would be really badass.
Mm-hmm.
I would really like that if that was the plan.
And I would do it to where only one person actually gets a submission. Hell,
No, either one of them could do a submission. Only one gets the final submission with the armbar.
but what other move could they like? Whoa, ooh! Ronda uses the sharpshooter. She's like, Natty taught me the sharpshooter to use against you.
Exactly. There you go. And Charlotte can teach
The figure four or the
Becky the figure eight.
Can Becky bridge?
Can you speak English?
No.
Oh,
That's all, folks. But eat. Anyways,
what was his name? What was his name?
Porky Pig.
No. Wrestler. Fuck.
Talking about
Matt Morgan.
Matt Morgan.
Matt Morgan. Oh goodness gracious! Nolan and Nolan Perfect raises a great argument in here, but Ronda only has 4 moves. Right. Between now, it's what, November, December, January, February, March, April. That gives 5 months.
Like if go for it.
No, so that gives 5 months, fucking idiot, months
We cannot talk
to prepare. Fuck. To prepare yourself and learn a lot of things, and it seems like Ronda genuinely cares and wants to continue to grow within the WWE.
Yeah,
I think
she
can learn in time if she goes up against the right players.
With there being 5 months, and if they really stick to this plan and go, okay, we're gonna go Ronda, Becky, whenever they have off time, ship them both to the PC and just have them practice with each other.
Perfect.
That's the best way Ronda can. You know what I mean?
Could do dark matches. Could do a whole bunch of stuff. You could do like
after Rumble. You can do that because before Rumble, she's gonna still be on the SmackDown brand.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how that goes. I do like the idea of having it be that kind of like submission match at Mania. I think that'd be great. So I really like a lot of those ideas. $2 from Chris McNutt. Timonic, is Ronda's contract and does Ronda's contract end after Mania?
According to Ronda, when she signed last year and she debuted at when did she debut? Elimination Chamber?
No, Rumble.
That's
first
right.
match or when she came out?
No, that's right. It was Rumble because I was thinking when she did the contract signing thing. That was Elimination Chamber. Before that, at Rumble, she was telling people, specifically ESPN, that she signed a multi-year deal. Well, she's not just signed on for a year.
You remember when she debuted and they were taking pictures? Triple H was like snagging that picture.
Oh, he was peeking around the corner?
Yeah, I love that so much. Oh, goodness gracious. God, I really struggled with talking there. I feel like we need to just take 10 minutes and not do the show anymore.
So, before we transition over to talking...
You were going to mess up there.
No, before we transition to NXT TakeOver WarGames, we want to talk about our TeePublic store.
Ooh,
so we got some new things going on there. We've officially became a TeePublic partner.
Ooh.
What that means is we can now help other artists on TeePublic, as far as other people that sell any t-shirt. Specifically, we're going to stick with wrestling shirts. If there's other artists on the TeePublic website with wrestling t-shirts that we like, we can now help promote them, sell the shirts for them, and in turn help them make a commission. And we've got one that I did add to our store this week. Let me pull it up here for you guys that I really like. So this one, I can't remember who the artist is. Let me double check. The artist is SBL Designs.
Spool. Remember Spool? Spool, if you're listening to this, I miss you.
The shirt says, "It's still real to me, damn it." I really like the look of this t-shirt. And I will put the link. I will put a link in the chat and in the description if you guys do want to check it out. It is on our TeePublic store. You can also go search him on TeePublic. Again, if you buy these shirts on our store, not only will it help us and we'll make a little bit off of it, but it's also going to help the artist that created the shirt as well. So it's not like, oh, I'm only supporting PWUnlimited. You're also supporting these other artists that are selling their t-shirts on TeePublic as well. And that's the one thing I really like about this new partner program that we got. We can help promote and in turn help other people make some extra money as well with their t-shirts. So also with being a partner, we'll have exclusive coupon codes when TeePublic is not having a site-wide sale. So maybe like a special, we'll do a special sale for Royal Rumble, maybe a special sale around WrestleMania time. And then some other cool things, maybe like some giveaway things we can now do better and whatnot. So I'll put the link in the chat right now, but go check it out. It says, like you see on the screen, it's still real to me, damn it. I really like that. So go help him out, us out. It all works out in the end.
There you go. Now for the part of the show that I was looking forward to the most. Predictions.
Yep.
Because Well, off camera, or I guess off microphone, what I told Tim was, I feel like this takeover is a fan service takeover, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with giving the fans something to enjoy without it having being the top of the line storytelling that you've known and loved from NXT for so long. And I think this is a good way to realize that not all wrestling has to be long term. A lot of it could just be a cool concept for a match that they do at a pay-per-view, and it's really fun. And then it's back to your regularly scheduled program. And I like it. So we're going to talk about the NXT takeover. Chris Monk with $2. What are your thoughts on the UFC fights last week? I didn't watch because I was working, unfortunately.
Oh, they were good. There was a literally last second knockout, which was pretty badass. But if you guys want to talk MMA, who you really need to go talk MMA with is old Sean Ross Sapp over there at Fightful.com.
Who? Never heard of him.
Sean Roth Sapp.
Who?
Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com, brother.
Never heard of him.
That's where you need to go if you want to talk all sorts of MMA. They've got a brand new Fightful MMA and Boxing YouTube channel. Well, check them out for all of your boxing MMA needs. They've also got some exclusive wrestling stuff that we don't have. So, yeah, go check them out as well. But
not the end of the show yet. Stop promoting them.
Hey, she wanted to talk MMA. We don't talk MMA. They talk MMA. But we're here right now to talk War Games.
What a game.
So, NXT War Games, there's only 4 matches. And Triple H was asked about that on today's conference call. They said, what was the decision-making and reasoning for only doing 4 matches? And Triple H goes, well, not only is it a time thing, but it's do you really need to just add a bunch of matches that don't mean anything? Do you need to go out there and say, okay, we'll add 1 extra match the week of, and that match either is going to have to go long and not mean anything or be cut short and not mean anything because it's just an extra match added week of with no story or build. So with them doing the War Games match and them doing the 2 out of 3 falls, only having 4 matches means that both of those matches can have some time on the show.
But not only that, all 4 of those matches also seem like they matter. Like
Exactly.
They're all coherent. They all make sense. They're, like Steve Van Bloom here in chat says, 4 huge matches, which I like. You cut them short because you cut the amount of matches short because it makes it easier, and I like it.
So moving forward, the first match with the NXT Women's Championship on the line in a 2 out of 3 falls match. We got Shayna Baszler defending against Kairi Sane, and it's WWE, so you know it's 99% going to go to that 3rd fall.
You know, I'm not as excited as I am for the other matches with this match, strictly because I feel like we've just seen it 247,000 times in a few different places. I think these 2 women are great.
Shayna versus Kairi?
Yeah, I feel like we've just seen it a lot.
We've seen it Mae Young Classic. They did it again in February. This would be the 3rd is TakeOver Brooklyn. This would be the 5th in a year.
And then Evolution, right?
Yeah, the Evolution was the 4th time they did it. And so this would be the 5th in about a year.
They're clearly going to bring out some different stuff with this as well, which I like. They're going to have to. And I think I say this every time Shayna has a match. This is when Shayna loses, drops the belt, and comes up to the main roster. Has to be. For God's sakes, please just let this be the moment, because there's not much else to do down there anymore. There's not much else to do.
No.
I think this is going to be a great match for this match. Real quick, I'm going to take... Wait, drum roll. Taking Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane. Now, before I make my pick, you alluded to something here. You were like, well, is there nothing left for her to do, and da-da-da-da-da. Triple H has also asked that on the conference call about, hey, can guys and girls just become such big stars on NXT that they stay down in NXT and just do great things in NXT and not have to move to the main roster? And Triple H said maybe one day that will be what NXT is. It's not going to just be the place where guys and girls go to have to come to the main roster. Eventually, NXT can become so big that it's a place where you want to stay, where you want to be the top person there and not just, oh, it's been a year I've been here, move me on.
I dig it. I love it.
But I think, I'm going to go Shayna Baszler, because why would they put the title? I mean, why would they put the title on her at Evolution just for her to lose it again 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later?
I've got her. I've got Shayna all the way.
You got Shayna. I've got Shayna. For the next match, we do have here, it is Aleister Black taking on. Now, do we call him Johnny Wrestling or Johnny Failure?
You call him Johnny Gargano. His fucking name.
Johnny Gargano.
So what I like about this match a lot is I like the way that Gargano has been on social media, saying, "How am I the bad guy? Did you see Aleister try to beat up William Regal? All I did was protect Regal. How am I the bad guy? I'm not a bad person." I really like this kind of like snarky piece of shit type guy that Gargano's playing up. I think, again, this is just a very fan service. Hey, enjoy this, for lack of a better term, independent wrestling style match. This will be match of the night. I'm looking more forward to this than I am WarGames. These two guys are great. I wouldn't even be surprised if you saw a lot of hints of Gargano starting to feed into Tommaso a little bit and kind of play up the whole I'm a bad guy, the Johnny Blackheart shit like that. That would be cool, but in all honesty, I've got Aleister Black winning in this match. Mostly because look how fucking cool his tattoos are, dude.
Right. I think he's going to win as well. I think Aleister Black's going to win and then go on to get his rematch with Ciampa probably on regular NXT television and Ciampa retain. So I'm going Aleister Black as well.
I wonder if that sternum tattoo hurt.
I mean, I don't know.
God.
I've never gotten a tattoo, so I wouldn't know.
The one on my bicep hurt the most. But next match.
Next match we do have is the WarGames match. It is the Undisputed Era with the returning Bobby Fish taking on the team of the North American Champion, Ricochet, the United Kingdom Champion. Now, here's my question. Is it still the WWE United Kingdom Champion, or is he now the NXT UK Champion? Because they haven't changed the belt. It still says on the belt, WWE United Kingdom Championship.
It's going to be the WWE United Kingdom Championship.
So we got Pete Dunne and the War Raiders. And on tonight's NXT, they had Kyle O'Reilly take on, I think it was Hanson. Winner gets the advantage in WarGames for their team. Kyle O'Reilly was victorious. So until all men are in the ring, the Undisputed Era should have the advantage, which means two guys will start. When a third guy comes in, that's going to be the Undisputed Era guy. So it will be early on 2-on-1, then it will be 2-on-3, and so forth.
So what I like is I'm sure we're going to get the play-in of Dunn and Roderick. You're going to get a lot of Cole and Ricochet, and then you're going to get Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish really, really headhunting War Raiders. There's clear stories for everyone in here. I think it's just going to be a very fun match. I'm excited to see the shenanigans that Kyle O'Reilly pulls. Remember when he hit himself in the head with a chair at the last WarGames? I still think of it.
Yeah. And going back to that NXT conference call again, Triple H did mention that they learned a lot with the first WarGames that they can now implement as far as what to and not to do going forward. And he said, excuse me, what we see tonight or this Saturday is going to make it so we know that this is an annual thing that the fans are going to want every single year, and it is going to be a new tradition for the WWE. It may not be your grandpappy's WarGames from the 80s and 90s, but it's going to be something that people are going to want every single year.
I dig it. I'm genuinely really excited for this WarGames match. Not as excited as I am for some other matches, but
who do you
still undisputed.
2 years in a row?
Yeah.
See, I'm a little torn here. I'm like, I can see them going Undisputed Era again 2 years in a row. But at the same time, it's like, do they do 2 years in a row? And nothing's on the line. It's all pride. So
only thing I can think of is that Undisputed Era would have to lose by internally fighting.
How? They're not going to break them up.
I'm telling you, man, fishing strong. Telling you, man, fishing strong.
We'll see. But I'm going to go Undisputed Era winning as well. It just makes sense. And then, because with that, then you've got Adam Cole, who can be like, oh, well, we won WarGames. Ricochet, where's my rematch?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done the rematch, have they? Well, they did, but it was like a triple threat. And then...
are the rematch clauses limited to singles matches?
I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, the rematch.
Maybe you have Adam Cole pin Ricochet. Then you can be like, hey, I pinned you. Give me my match.
What is it, New Japan?
Hey. You got to have some... Hey, it's NXT. They have more logic than the main roster.
That's very true.
So, as we talk about the main event, at least... Actually, we don't know what the main event is actually going to be. It could be WarGames, or it could be this match.
Got a feeling it's going to be WarGames as the main event, but Ricochet...
The NXT Championship. Whoa, no. The NXT Championship, Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream. You got quiet. Are you there?
Yeah, you completely cut out on me.
Oh,
Ciampa and Dream. This is interesting.
Very.
I like it a lot. I love Velveteen. I love Ciampa. Our friends over at In the Click, Baby Huey and Bimbo Jimbo, guys over there, got the opportunity to talk to both Ciampa and Black, which didn't know Ciampa would do interviews, honestly. Didn't think...
Have they done the interview yet, or are they going to?
Yeah, it's already posted.
Oh, nice.
Ciampa said that he would challenge his friends, Kenny Omega. I think he specifically called out Omega, Okada, and Suzuki to come to NXT. Because he said there's nowhere better in the world than NXT, and he's not saying that as a corporate standpoint. I think Ciampa's got a lot of what it takes to be of the next Balor when it comes to NXT champion.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's time for that to happen again. Because I feel like this could be a good chance to tinker with your heel champion becoming a face champion very, very quickly.
But I think Ciampa needs to hold the title all the way until they're ready to put it on Gargano. Because Gargano's whole thing right now is, I don't care which matches I win or lose, as long as I win that match for the NXT Championship where it's Ciampa's the champion. He's like, I don't want to beat anybody for that title unless it's Tommaso. So that's leading me to believe that eventually Ciampa will drop the title to Gargano.
And I do like what LF the Third here says. Ciampa wins. Johnny Interference helps him out a little bit.
Maybe. Plus, I think it's a little too early to put the title on Dream.
Very true. $5 from Chris McNutt. Land Ciampa win. Why not let Dream lose? And he's ready to be called up to the main roster. Let him on Raw and have him attack Elias. I think he's ready to. Why not? I mean, he's about as
Dream
hot.
No.
Yeah.
Triple H said it today because they asked him about guys like Velveteen Dream and guys that come in and just pick it up really quickly. And Triple H said Velveteen Dream. Well, he accidentally called him Patrick. He's like, Patrick Velveteen. He goes, guys like that are sponges for this business. They show you that they really enjoy and love what they do, and they're willing to learn. They're the type of guys where you stick them at the PC and you tell them you're going to work on this, and all they want to do is work on that and get better and learn, and they're sponges. And he's one of those guys, and Triple H says that his ceiling is so high for what he's capable of doing and learning. He gets better every day because of it.
Very true.
Very true. And you also got to think, hold on, how old is this guy? Like 21 maybe?
He's young. He's really, really young. He's got a ton of potential in NXT. And I mean, I think he's main
23.
roster. I think he's main roster ready now, but if they choose to bring him up in 2-3 years, I think he's going to be even better then.
Heck, wait and bring him up after. Don't bring him up now. Bring him up.
Wait. Do like a big call up. Don't call up individual people. Do a big call up
after Mania or SummerSlam.
To where they're not gonna flounder going up against main roster guys.
Would you be interested in his call up being in the Royal Rumble?
No. Sure.
Have him in the Rumble, and then and then he's on the main roster from there.
Maybe like, I don't know, like he comes in right after Goldust or something.
That'd be perfect. And him and Goldust go face to face, and Goldust does the thing where he runs his hands up his chest, and he goes to like do the
breathing thing,
the bite, and Rousey because he pulls his head back and then he like jerks it forward, but as he's getting ready to jerk it forward, Velveteen Dream could take his finger and put it right on his lips and just go. Shh.
Yep,
that'd be
cool.
That would be a hell of a moment.
Honestly, I kind of want that this year, even if he's not fully called up to the main roster. I just kind of want that to happen now. For this match, it's going to be a fun match. It's going to be a very athletic match.
Yes.
Ciampa. It's going to be Ciampa. It's going to be Ciampa.
Ciampa all the way. So that.
Hold on. Stop predictions now. So that's when you know when to cut it, to pull it for its own video. That's how you know.
Got the time.
That's how you know when to cut it, folks. Thank you so much tuning into the Wednesday show today. I'm Nick. You can follow me on Twitter.
You
at
are?
PW. Yeah, believe it or not, shockingly. Follow me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong. If any one of you guys is going to the NXT San Jose show, I will be there tomorrow.
Dave Meltzer said he might be there.
I will shake Dave Meltzer's hand. I'll be like, Dave, do you remember me? Dad? Papa? I'll see if he remembers me. I appreciate you guys being here. You can follow us on Twitter at PWUnlimited, Facebook/ProWrestlingULTD. Right here on YouTube. Check out the good folks over on Fightful5.com at Fightful Online. Bird Gotti here says, do you guys do live stream reaction videos during not during, but we'll go after. So after the pay-per-view.
Yeah. We try to go like less than an hour, within 30 minutes after the show ends.
There you go. Tim, where can they find you?
You can find me basically everywhere at Timmy Buddy. We should be live again on Friday giving our Survivor Series predictions. And also Friday night, I may be doing some gaming streaming as well. There's a brand new game coming out on Friday for the Switch.
What is game night?
Huh?
It's a reference to a YouTube channel that I watch.
Oh, because I did a poll today, and I was like, would you guys like to see random gaming on the channel? Just on nights when there's no wrestling to talk about. And I asked, yes, no, or yes, but only wrestling and MMA type of games. And they just said yes. So maybe I'll do a little more gaming streaming of random games, because there's a new game for Switch coming out on Friday that I'm very excited about.
Thank you, folks. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.